Man, Happy New Year, man. Golly. I feel like it's been a minute since I seen y'all. It really has, man. Like, last video I uploaded was like. But yeah, bro, Happy New Year. 2025. You read the title, you know exactly what type of video this is about to be. I mean, like I said, it's one of the few things that we do be consistent on, but that's one thing I want to talk about before we get into it and everything. I want to be a little bit more consistent this year. Thought about it. I was watching my last top games of, the year video, and literally I was like, oh, I want to hit 500 subscribers by June. We did not hit that. Try! But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Last year was a real busy year for me. It was really rough, like my mental and everything as well. So it's just been a lot going on for me personally. But I feel like I'm starting to get the, handle on things now. Working on a good upload schedule. Want to be more consistent with videos. Because I noticed I was really consistent with videos back then. That's how I really got out. And like now currently sitting at 460 subscribers. So I think we could easily get 40 subscribers and hit 500 by June. I ain't even gonna say by June. I'm gonna give myself a little grace. I'm gonna say by the end of the year. But if we can get to that by in a few months, we can probably hit 600 by this year. We just gonna keep it going. That goes with being consistent in videos, quality and editing, all of that good stuff. So yeah, this is gonna be top 10 games of 2025. I'll let y'all know right now. Expedition 33 is not my game of the year. I just didn't get to finish the game. I bet if I guarantee, I ain't gonna say that. I guarantee if I would have finished it, it would have been my game of the year. But I just didn't have time to sink my life into a fucking 50-hour fucking RPG. I just don't have the time like that. But I did finish Act 1. And I was like, damn, this shit is fire. So it'll be in the honorable mentions, but it's definitely not gonna be my game of the year just because I don't feel comfortable putting the game as my game of the year if I hadn't finished it. But yeah, I mean, come on, it won the game award that matters, so all that bullshit. So yeah, we finna get into it. I'm gonna try to get another video out for you guys tomorrow. Depending on when you guys are seeing this might go today, might not. Today is the 14th. But we're gonna see. But hey, 2026, it's our year. Let's get it. All right, peace out. Coming in at number 10, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows, probably the most controversial game in 2025, according to a lot of those weird ass grifters and shit like that. But that's just a bunch of racist losers, bro, because the game sold well, they reviewed well, so I'd say objectively it's probably pretty much a good game. I enjoyed it. I didn't finish it because this game is long as fuck. I don't know what's up with Ubisoft and developers. I don't got time for that anymore, okay? Golly, this game was long as hell, but I did enjoy it. It's definitely one of the more beautiful games that came out this year too, and I would say if you have a PS5 Pro or something like that, it's actually one of the few games that actually looks a little different compared to the regular PS5 version. But I did like the premise of playing with two different protagonists. They had their own play styles. You had Naoe, the Japanese character, because people like to say there wasn't a Japanese character in there, but she was the more stealthy assassin type player, while Yasuke was the more samurai, heavy damage dealing type character. So I really enjoyed that aspect. I probably like playing with Yasuke more just because I felt like doing more damage and stuff in missions where I didn't want to be stealthy. But other than that, yeah, this was a great game. I recommend it. If you like Assassin's Creed, I think you'll like this one. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Mario Kart World. Now, this is honestly probably the only new game that I got on my Switch too. I didn't get Donkey Kong Bonanza just because I just looked at it and I was like, I don't feel comfortable paying $70 for that. But I did. This was bundled with my Switch when I got it, and I mess with it. It's okay. It's not a bad game. I feel like the narrative on this game has kind of changed a lot. People were like, "Oh, this game sucks," and it's all that. It's not a terrible racing game. It's a good kart racer. I just think people's expectations probably was a little bit higher, especially considering how we had Mario Kart 8 for 2 generations. So I just kind of expected a little bit more from it. The open world didn't really do anything for me, but I would say the knockout tour mode was probably the most fun I've had in a kart racer in a long time. That's the only mode that I play because it's kind of like battle royale, but racing. And you got to get to a certain place, and now you get eliminated. So that's what I really did like about it. Then the driving on walls, all that good stuff. It was a nice little change. I just think people expected a little bit more. and I kind of expected a little bit more, which is why it's like a little lower on the list. But for what it was, I did enjoy Mario Kart. I don't think it's worth the $80 that Nintendo is charging. Hell no. Like, if you can't get this bundle with your Switch, I would say, I don't know, steal this shit or something. Like, I don't know, man. But like, yeah, Nintendo kind of going a little crazy with these prices. But you know, that's just the way the fucking cookie crumbles. But I don't know. Bake this a little bit more. Number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Yeah, that's right. I think this was way better than Mario Kart. Now, y'all know me, I'm a fan of the Sonic Racing games, but they kind of, you know, they can be kind of like hit or miss and everything. Like the Sonic Rider games is probably like my favorite, but I do like Racing Transformed, where the car turns like the boats and the plane and all that. That's probably like my favorite one. So when I saw that this game was kind of doing that gimmick again, because I didn't really like Team Sonic Racing, which was the game before this, I was like, hell yeah. And then it's like they brought back like characters from Sonic Riders and even like the hoverboards. I was like, oh yeah, it's up. I really like this game a lot. To me, I feel like this was much more fun, and the game, like, the racing felt more skill-based in this compared to Mario Kart. Mario Kart just feel like it's a little too luck-based. With this one, I feel like even if you get smacked by items and everything, there's still a good way to, like, you know, continue with everything. So, I personally really enjoyed Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It's also, like, cross-platform and everything, all of that good stuff. Racing on the... you know, turning your cars like a plane and everything, or to a boat, like Transform was a nice little callback to it. Music customizations, you do all the Grand Prix, you like beat all the rivals, you unlock Super Sonic. And then like the crossover characters too, like they got my dog Joker from Persona 5 in here. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, Mario Kart ain't got that. But yeah, and then like this was $70, but I feel like it was worth it. I put way more time into this than Mario Kart. So I personally don't think it's like, you know, still like, you know, big $70 if you don't mess with it, but I mess with it. Number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Doom: The Dark Ages. I almost forgot about this game because it came out so early in the year. But I remembered it and I was like, wait a minute, Doom did come out this year. This shit was fire. Now, a lot of people were disappointed with it because, like, they kind of removed the glory kills. Kinda and kinda didn't. Like, they don't do it on every enemy, but like certain animations, or like if you do a jump and like it'll do like a good execution animation. And a lot of people were mad that they removed that for the most part. But I didn't really care. I'm like, it's just an animation of him ripping the enemy apart. So like, it's cool and all, but like I care more about the gunplay and everything, and level design, all of that good stuff. Getting a new gun, shooting shit. That's what I played Doom for. And like, you know, the gore is just like, you know, an extra piece on top. And they still had enough gore in the game for me. So I messed with this game heavy. I thought this was just about as good as Eternal, personally. I put all the Doom games on like equal levels. Like the shield thing that you could do, like parrying. I was like, they added parries to fucking Doom now. Like, what? But it was cool, man. Every time I got a different gun, I just felt like a badass. I'm like, ooh, more things to kill enemies with. And like, honestly, this was just a solid first-person shooter. I will say my one gripe with this game was that it was a bit too easy. Yeah, it was like way too easy, and I was like, what's going on here? A little too easy, but other than that, I was like, okay. I'm like, I didn't want to have to put the game on like hard enough, but I was like, maybe just as a parrying, I was just too good at parrying. I don't know. Coming in at number 6, we got Battlefield 6. Now, y'all know me. I love Battlefield. Battlefield is my shit. I've always, like, ever since I first played Battlefield 4, I was like, yeah, why would I ever play Call of Duty again? Like, what? And Black Ops 7 is not on this list. That game fucking sucks. But this, I was like, about time Battlefield kind of got back on its feet. I loved Battlefield 4. That was the last one I really put a lot of time in. I really liked Battlefield 1, but Battlefield 5 and 2042 was just fucking terrible to me. So when I saw that they were going back for this type of style of game, the destruction, the graphics, the visuals, everything just fire. They were in their bag with this one. I don't know what the hell happened with the story mode though. That story mode sucked. But then again, it's like Battlefield isn't really known for its campaign. You play Battlefield for multiplayer, and in that aspect, I feel like they delivered on every front. I just need the water vehicles back. I want to be able to, you know, take a battle on the seas and the ground and the air, like, you know, back in the Battlefield 4 days. So they just need to turn that up, you know, like, you know. But I heard that's coming in the future update. I hope so, because that would definitely get me back on it more. But I do enjoy this game heavy. I feel like if my brother-in-law, I literally got my brother-in-law that's for Black Friday on sale. He loves it. He's mainly a Call of Duty heavy. He's like obsessed with the game. So I figured give it a shot. I mean, just look at this shit that's in a trailer. Like, Doesn't this look more fun than any Call of Duty game you ever played? Why would you ever go back to boring, stale-ass Call of Duty that just recycles shit when you got this? Like, all this destruction and chaos. Like, come on now, let's do something, people. Like, you fly jets, helicopters, tanks, like MTV, like, you just blowing shit up. It's just chaotic as hell. I freaking love this game, man. And I hope EA can keep the momentum going on with this game, because I feel like we need more competition so that way we can get better products. And I personally would love to see my franchise, like, keep doing the damn thing. Coming in at number 5, we have Mafia: The Old Country. Now, I was originally going to just miss out on this game because it's not that I didn't care about Mafia. I do like the Mafia franchise, but I just didn't have time for it. And I'm so glad that I caught this on sale and actually made time for it, because this game was fire, boy. This is probably like my favorite Mafia game. Granted, I've only played one. I mean, I played 3, but I haven't finished it still, but that's like about it. But this was just fire. The story was great. Graphics, this game was visually like beautiful, man. And the story was just on point. Like, that ending, never did I want to hop through the screen and whoop a character's ass so bad. I'm not, without spoiling much, man, that ending just left you feeling something, bro, I tell you. But other than that, I thought the story, gameplay was good. My only problem with this game was kind of the gunplay didn't feel super solid. I feel like my headshots were just not like working for the most part. But if you use like a shotgun, you're gonna get a one-shot kill every time. But like, yeah, they would have cleaned up the shooting. But then again, the shooting doesn't feel good in like any Mafia game, if you ask me. So there's that. But other than that, man, Mafia: Old Country number 5. Pick it up. Coming in at number 4, we have Dying Light: The Beast. So for those that don't know, Dying Light: The Beast was supposed to be originally going to be an expansion for Dying Light 2, but they ended up turning it into a full game, and I am so glad they did, because I'll be honest with you, even though I kind of like Dying Light 2, it was nowhere near as good as the first Dying Light. The first Dying Light, to this day, is like my favorite zombie game of all time. But this one, The Beast, oh, such a massive improvement, man. I tell you, like, Techland were in their bag with this one. Gameplay felt a lot more better. Parkour had like it had a lot more weight to it. And they also made the nighttime a lot more terrifying than it was in 2. Like I remember in the first game, I was terrified to go out at night because like all the volatiles and all that shit, and they were just really hard to kill. Dying Light 2, the nighttime was like a walk in the park. But this one, they brought back the fear factor with it, and I absolutely love it. And then on top of that, it's still co-op with like up to 4 friends like the rest of the series. So it's like you can even play this with your friends. The beast mode felt overpowered as hell, being able to just rip apart people and zombies. I haven't finished this yet, so that's a testament to how good it is that it's this high up on the list. But I definitely recommend getting Dying Light. I think it's a vast improvement over 2, and it felt like the real Dying Light 2 compared to the 2 that we actually got. They brought my dog Crane back, and I can say that so far his story has been great to see him return. And I really ain't got much more to say about Dying Light: The Beast. Just pick it up. Coming in at number 3, we have Dispatch. Dispatch, I honestly was not expecting this game to be as good as it was. I didn't even know what the hell this game was about, so I started seeing some YouTubers play it, and it was like a choice-based game. And I'm like, okay, I like choice-based games, but like, what's the premise of it? Then I'm like, the art style is cool, and it's like you're basically like a dispatcher for like, a bunch of like superheroes or super villains trying to reform them into superheroes. And it's a great story. It's pretty funny too. This is definitely one of the funnier games that I played this year. The characters were cool, funny design, obviously based off some gimmicks and everything of like, a reference to other superheroes, with their own little twist on it. And I liked it. The main character was funny. The choices were really good. It had some like pretty hard decisions to make, especially in that last episode. But it did have a great finale, and I like how they released this episode in like a format of like weekly or like bi-weekly or something like that. So you didn't really have to wait too long for the next episode to drop, like when Telltale Games were doing their thing. But if you're looking for like a great choice-based game with a funny story, good choices, and like, overall some pretty simplistic gameplay, I'd say pick up Dispatch. Coming in at number 2, we have Ghost of Yotei. So this was the sequel to one of my favorite games on the PS4 generation, Ghost of Tsushima. Completely different new character. new era, all of that good stuff. Basically, a nice little revenge story, but this game was beautiful, and the open world felt so alive to me, and how natural the events flowed up. You just be fighting somebody, and they'll give you information for like a side quest or a story quest, and it just felt like natural progression. Didn't feel like there was too much bloated stuff on the screen that was just busy work. The weapon styles and everything changing was just fire for me. The wolf companion, and even though I wish it didn't gotta go the generic revenge story route towards the end, I did enjoy the story for the most part. Just that last arc kind of fell off a little bit for me. But other than that, I really messed with Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yote really heavy. And if you like a good samurai style game, or just you want to play a game with a good art style and everything, I still say give it a shot. It's great.
In the club, just show a little love, represent your side like me. Round me, if you stick it, put your heart on one shot, and a couple of them got it. Beverly in the rear of the club, pull up on dub, till we about to go and buy the bar up. So we ain't playing, hang with no lane, walk insane. Ain't no better party, girls is on the way, wherever gone. Yes, we do. I don't mind talking on it. No, I can't forget about my showing that skin, trying to make it on the spit. Where you been, girl? You and your friend need to come to the back. If you got it locked down, your white t-shirt or a three-piece suit, no matter what you wear, all that matters is who you with. Some jiggy, some straight line, all up in the club just to have a good time. Girls is on the way, whatever car, I don't think I'm talking on it. No, I can't forget about my
My number one game of the year for 2025 is Ninja Gaiden 4. This game, man, y'all know Ninja Gaiden is like one of my favorite action game series, bro. I love the high, fast-paced, badass combos, the difficulty, like all that shit. I just fuck with it heavy, bro. And Ninja Gaiden 4 did not disappoint me in any way. The story could have been a little bit better, but I'll be honest, I'm not really playing Ninja Gaiden for a story. I'm trying to fuck shit up, do some badass combos and all that good shit. And I say Platinum Games redeemed themselves in them shitty ass fucking Babylon's Fall game with helping Koei Tecmo out with this game. Team Ninja were in their bag with this. I think there's supposed to be a DLC coming out with this. I guess I don't know if it's supposed to be more about Ryu and Yakumo. I'm not 100% sure about that. But if it does come, if there is a DLC being made for this, I'm gonna buy it. I've messed with the game heavy. Yeah, if you like a good action game that makes you feel like a badass, that's not like a Souls game, I would say get this, because like the boss fights, everything about it was just fire, and that's why this is my favorite game of the year. Comment below what your top 10 are. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Yo,夢でカンソルし One, two, three, get sucked in my sheets これは現実、それが dream 混ざる密度のこんなクリーンつながる仕組みはhand to hand